If you take a pebble and you drop it in to a pond of water, how do you make the ripples go from outside to the inside? You can't. It's impossible. So when you try to be generic and you start to try and encompass everybody and then try to be more specialized and more specific, it's impossible. It can't be done. To create the perfect referral, and this series of videos is going to go into infinitesimal detail on how to create that perfect referral, you need to understand that you need to be specific, and that pebble starts at the center of that ripple, and it is a very detailed description of the emotional need that you're fulfilling. So when you're speaking at a networking group, or you one-on-one with a prospect, or just some arbitrary meeting that you happen to be meeting with, as we all do as business owners, you need to be able to project that emotion of what that prospect is feeling onto the other person, and they will start thinking about who they can refer you to. And it starts very specific and moves outwards. Let's say you're very specific in describing the fact that you love working with nurses who are burnt out, they're working 12-hour shifts, and you're describing the pain. You've got a family member who's a nurse and the pain that they're going through, the frustration, and all of this that this nurse is going through, and how you love working with nurses for whatever product or service that you have to offer them. The person listening to this is thinking about who they can refer you because you've projected that emotion and you've projected that persona onto them while you're speaking. And it's very possible that that individual is going to go, I actually know someone who's struggling with exactly the same thing, but they're not a nurse, they're a school teacher. Can you work with school teachers? And you go, well, actually I can, yes. Now what's happened is the ripples are starting to move outwards and you're moving broader and broader. But if you go, I can help everybody, it's not going to work. So this ripple effect becomes very, very powerful. Now there's two things that I want to chat to you about today. And one of them is the chicken and the egg cell. And the second one is about how to take that emotional projection to the next level. So very quickly, what you're trying to do is you're trying to sell a chicken when you need to be selling an egg. The perfect referral is somebody who's almost been pre-sold. It's somebody who goes, hey Scotty, listen, I've got this great friend of mine, name is Simon, he's got an international business, he's looking to get overseas, he wants you to open doors for him. I think the My Most Trusted Business Club is perfect. He loves your idea of being bold and progressive and the way that you work. He loves the content that you're doing. He wants to be a part of the My Most Trusted 100 Club. He's super excited, and he also is happy with the price. Yeah, the light from heaven shines down. That's what you're looking for, the perfect referral. Okay, now to get that perfect referral, you need to be able to understand that the people referring you don't understand the full complexities of what you're trying to sell. That's called the egg cell. And what happens is the egg hatches in their life. Now, when applied to a prospect or somebody you're sitting across from, you lay an egg and you don't talk about your chicken, because it's all, baby chickens are complicated, they need to be fed, what happens when they die. So the baby chicken is your product and service and your process. So you can talk about your product and service like it's your baby chicken because you're in love with it, and it's like listening to somebody's flippin' wedding videos and photographs and just for hours. You get tired of it. They don't want to. Yes, it's cute, we like your product, your process, you're great, well done. Stop talking about it. Instead, talk about the pain. So you will not sell a chicken into an organization. It's too complicated. Nobody wants to take responsibility for it. But if you lay an egg into the organization, that egg hatches, and now they feel that they're a co-creator, a co-owner, a co-parent of your product or service. Now they've adopted it as their own, and now your product and service hatches and becomes alive within their organization. But to do that, you need to understand the egg cell. And I'm going to talk specifics about what an egg looks like and how to do that in the next video. But if you don't have an egg cell, nobody's going to be able to refer you, because they can't see your persona. They don't know the persona of the person that you want to get in front of. You haven't projected it onto them. You're too general, and they don't even know really what it is that you can specifically help their referrals with. So that's why that pebble into the pond, specific, ripples go outwards, and laying an egg which hatches into the organization is how you get that perfect referral. Now in the next video, I'm going to go into more detail about what this looks like, but I really want you to think about this. When you're at your next meeting, your next networking event, wherever it happens to be, I want you to be laser focused. The top people in the world know exactly who they are looking for. They know exactly who they're looking to service. And they don't mind if the people they are speaking to or presenting to have needs that are slightly different. In other words, outside of the ripple. What happens is as that ripple will go, you will connect with them and you will find common ground, and they will still find a different need for your service. But if you start from the outside and try to go in, it's impossible. So please focus on that going forward. Be really, really specific. Now in the next video, I'm really going to go into detail about how you lay that egg.